Today, we have the pleasure of welcoming Erika Martin, the owner of Queen of the Hill Deliveries, based in Richmond Hill, Georgia. Her business has completed over 3,000 orders with hundreds of repeat clients, thousands of glowing reviews, and a perfect 5.0 rating. Erika, welcome to Be a Boss.
I'm going to be in charge of this. I want to make sure that I'm not losing money and that my clients are taken well care of. I didn't want to leave the company and then leave them with nobody. So I just told everybody, hey, I'm going out on my own. You're going to spend less. I'm going to make more. It's a win. Let's do this thing. So it was basically born out of, don't touch my paycheck. That's mine. That's sacred. I'm taking control. What is that fear that's holding you back from doing it? There's so many stories of success out there. And one of the things that I heard from an inspirational speaker one time was, why choose failure when success is an option? If you find that you're grinding your gears and having to do all these different gigs just to make ends meet when you could have one that could be very successful, why not choose the one? So sometimes you just have to put that fear aside. And even when I went out on my own, now I wasn't scared of it just because I've run businesses before. But there was that little hesitation of, okay, is everybody going to follow me? What if I don't have somebody handing me orders? How am I going to build a business? But if you're on the fence about it, you have that safety net where you can start branching out. Like for me, I started branching out and it took me about 3 months to finally be on my own. And 3 months was not long, but I had that base. And I think a lot of gig workers, if they really look into who they have that they do continued orders for, you already have a following. So why not bring them along with you? Sometimes you just got to take the leap of faith.
Erika, one of my favorite quotes from reviews from one of your clients is, my mother came from Florida and wanted to use Instacart. I said, we don't use Instacart, we use Erika. 2 more Instacart orders of wrong items, and my mom finally gives Erika a try. She's extremely impressed with Erika getting every item correct with her first order. She won't make that mistake again.
I grew up in a family that owned businesses. And so my father was he was a stickler for customer service, and that an open line of communication and honesty and transparency are going to be your keys to success. So when an order comes in, I always contact my client and say, hello, thank you for the order. I always let them know when I'm on my way to the store so they don't ever have to wonder. So they know when I arrive. I always, especially if it's a new client, I'll give them the rundown. Hey, this is Erika from Queen of the Deliveries. Thanks so much for your order. If I'll be on my way to the store in about 30 minutes, I'll give them a timeline so they know what to expect. If there's anything else that you need to add, please feel free to add it in the app. I can see it update in real time, or you feel free to add it here and text me. Here's my personal cell number. Don't ever feel like that you can't reach out to me. So when I get to the store, they know that I'm there. A lot of my clients, I know exactly how much communication they want. Some like to chat, some like to catch up. I know what's going on in their lives because we're friends. We've become friends over Facebook. I do have some clients that I've never actually met in person. We've only known each other through the app and through Facebook. But the other thing that's a key for me too is that when people do their survey, when they become a customer, like when they sign up for the app, it says how much communication they want. So I'm really careful not to bombard people with too much if they don't want too much. Throughout the order, I keep them up to date. I let them know if there's things that are out of stock. I send pictures. So they have a lot of options to choose from. I let them know when I'm headed to the checkout if they need to add anything else. I always give them that option. I let them know when I'm leaving the store so they know when I'm coming. If I leave stuff on their doorstep, I always leave a text afterwards. I have never, ever had anybody complain that I've given too much information or too little. I think people like to be kept up to date on that kind of stuff. And while I'm in the store, if I see something that I know that my clients like, and it might not be on their list, or it might be on their list, but there's a really good sale on it, that's a chance for upsell for me. I work on a percentage-based model. So anytime I can add to their order, benefits me. If they can get it on the sale, it's good for them. But when it comes to picking produce and meat, if there's something on the shelf that they've ordered and I know it doesn't look good, I will let them know. If I'm not going to buy it for myself, I'm not going to buy it for you. So I will be right up front and honest with them. Hey, the ribeyes don't look good right now, or they're really small, or they're really gristly, or something about the produce. Like, hey, can I get you something different? Because what I'm seeing here doesn't look like it's the freshest. And they appreciate that. I got a text from one of my longtime very loyal clients. And she texted me, I think it was just 2 days ago, the produce was all the things. The tomatoes are absolutely perfect. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but I have clients that don't have the time to do this for themselves, but it's so important. It might just be tomatoes, but the fact that I sent her this text, I'm like, that is exactly what I want to hear, that I did better than what you could. So my goal with this business is to spend the least amount of money in advertising. I feel that there's so many ways that we can advertise that don't have to cost us anything. There is power in advertising, obviously. And we see these bigger companies put a lot of money into that. But when you're the only one in your business, you're trying to cut down on that overhead to maximize your profit. I am a huge believer in social media, mostly Facebook, because I find that my demographic are the ones that use Facebook the most. I'm also one of those demographics that doesn't really use TikTok or Instagram or any of those things. But I've never lived in an area where, until I moved here, that Facebook forums are so powerful. Where I lived before in Vermont, they're still using an email system in the neighborhood that I grew up, like in the community that I lived in. They're using that front porch forum where you get one email a day and it has different topics, which cuts down on the drama, to be honest. However, Facebook is free. These forums are free. And that's been like the biggest means of advertising for me. Our town Facebook page is over 20,000 members. There's neighborhood Facebook pages. There's outside of the towns. And then you have these little break off communities too. Somebody got disgruntled and didn't like the admins of the other one, so they build another page. And so all of these forums are free advertising for me. It's crazy when people ask or they say they had a problem with an Instacart order or some other like DoorDash order. All of a sudden, I'll get this influx of people downloading my app. All those little notifications pop up on my phone, and I'm like, where is this coming from? All I got to do is log into Facebook, and I can see somebody tagged you. And there'll be a good 20 people that are clients of mine that's like, why aren't you using Erika? I only use Erika. This has been such a great service for me. Like, you make the switch, you won't be happier. So the word of mouth and the free Facebook advertising, I've never spent a cent on advertising. I find that you really have to educate people that aren't familiar with the way Dumpling works. So people that use like Instacart or Shipt, they'll see me in the store and they'll be like, oh, are you Instacarting? I was like, no, I have my own business. Oh, tell me how that works. And so when I tell them that there's a 15% delivery fee, they're like, oh, but I get free delivery if I order so much on Instacart. And I'm like, nothing's really free. I've really had to educate people to understand that I don't upcharge. I don't mark up my prices. My pricing is transparent. It's honest. You can see it right there. So you never have to wonder how much more you're paying in this hidden markup. So even though these people trusted me, I had to show them with numbers how they were going to save with me. Because we have line items. We have that shopping delivery fee. So they see that as a line item. And then they add a gratuity. They see that as a line item. I do pay the platform fee because that's one less line item that I want my customers to have to see. And I've built that into my pricing model. I just feel like, one, it's taken care of. I feel comfortable with what I charge for my shopping and delivery, but it's just one less thing for them to go, why am I paying this? So they see a shopping delivery fee. But what I had to do was I had to say, hey, can you show me your last order that you got delivered that I did for you? And they would bring it up, send me a screenshot. And I would say, okay, I have a picture of that receipt from the store. And then I would show them how much they paid on top of what their grocery bill actually was. And so sometimes people really need to see those hard numbers. And I still use those comparisons, even though they were from 2020. I think that the concept still applies, even though the economy is different 4 years down the road. Those concepts still apply because the markups are still there. The markup, that 25 to 30% still exists today within those gig companies. So it was really important for me to get my clients to see that they're actually saving money, even though they see a line item. So for instance, I had one customer who her total at the register was like, it was a huge order. It was like 600 something, but she ended up paying over $800 on the app. That was not even including the tip that she paid to me, which she paid me an $80 tip on top of it. When I showed her the breakdown, she had basically paid over $240 for me to shop her groceries. I saw $40 of that from the company. The numbers were crazy. And she's, but I know that you worked harder than $40 worth. I was like, that's what I'm trying to say. And then I saw what I did was I did the numbers of what she paid and what I would charge for my 15%. And then if she added a tip onto that, and it cut her bill in half. And she's, I don't mind paying somebody to shop my groceries, but I want you to get the money. So those comparisons, and I did a few like that, and I'll bring those out of the vault every now and then for new customers when there's been an influx of move-ins. We're a military town, so we have a lot of people that PCS in here, and say, hey, if you're using Instacart, why not try me? I can save you half of what you're spending. But people have to see those hard numbers because they think they're getting something for free from a gig when they're not. One of the things that I tell them is that they never have to wonder who they're going to get. They truly get a personal shopper. Anybody can be a shopper, but a personal shopper is somebody that knows you, somebody that learns what your family's likes and your dislikes are, knows your food allergies, knows sometimes what your budget is, what you're trying to stay within. So I am a true personal shopper. I like to think of myself as like the concierge shopper. I'm a luxury item for you. But I also tell them that in this economy, everyone's looking to save money. And if you want to get the true personal shopper experience, but you're also on a budget, you're going to get the best of both worlds because I can give you both. Okay, so one of the other things that I tell people too is I will let them know not only will you get a personal shopper, but you'll also get somebody that's going to give you the discounts, that's going to clip digital coupons as I go along, that I am going to offer them sales, that if they want to shop at Kroger, they can give me their Kroger number, I'll get them their gas points. Even though this is a business for me and I'm looking to make money because I need to pay my bills, but I'm not so wrapped up in the fact that people are a bottom line to me, but that I'm also going to look to save them money because that's going to build the loyalty for me. Costco is 20 minutes away from me. It's outside of my bubble. But people in this town can't get Costco through Instacart. They can't get Costco through Shipt. So I put myself in that place where like I could offer that. That's something that people can't get any other place. So I bought a delivery van. We started looking around. But then as soon as we got that van, as soon as we put that picture up online, a preschool in town contacted us. They're like, hey, we want to talk with you. And so now every Monday, now since April of last year, we drive up to Sam's Club. They've already ordered and we just pick up, and we came up with a price, and this is what it costs every week. And every Monday on the dot, we go pick up their order. It's probably about $2,200 worth of items, but we wouldn't be able to do that without the van. We've had people say, hey, can you go pick up a TV? Can you go pick up a couch? So the van has opened up opportunities for us, for me mostly, because now my partner is back into full-time work, but it's opened up possibilities for me to make extra money that I didn't have before. I'm a big believer in rewarding my clients, and I can't always do that in monetary ways. But I find that sometimes the little things speak more than that. And so I love for myself to be creative in my downtime. I don't have a lot of downtime, but when I do, I love making greeting cards. And I have so many cards. I was sitting there one day, who am I going to send these all to? I have a ton of thank you cards. And then it dawned on me. I just started going through my order list, my completed orders. And I just started going through the last month. And I'll do this every 3 months or so, where I'll go through and I'll just write a simple thank you note to somebody. And I'll pop it in the mail because everybody likes getting actual mail rather than just bills. That's a dying art. We communicate so much online, but it's really nice to get those little reminders in the mail. It's just something special. So I will go through every 3 months or so, and I'll just write it like, hey, you're the reason why I'm successful. Thank you so much for putting your trust in me. Thank you so much for making me a part of your family. And I get a lot of feedback from that. And all it is just a simple little greeting card. If a client tells me, hey, I'm under the weather, I need you today, at Publix, they have those $4 bouquet of flowers. It doesn't cost me much. I'll pop one of those in there. Someone's having a bad day. Someone just, hey, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I need all the chocolate and ice cream you can find. I'll just pop some flowers in there. And those little things go such a long way. And yes, I know that eats into my bottom line, but in the long run, I've got clients that are for life. They tell people about me. Like, it comes back to me tenfold. So I wouldn't be where I am without those people. So for me, acknowledging that, showing my appreciation is, I think, what keeps my business alive. And I've been invited to barbecues, I've gone to funerals, I've been invited to baby showers. It's the connection for me is priceless. Because this is how I built my friend base. This is how I made my community. If I didn't have the flexibility with Dumpling that I do, I don't even understand like how I could live my life without the freedom and the flexibility that I have. I could never work a 9 to 5 with all the things that I do. It's enabled me to be there for people, to be there for friends, to be there for family. Having the flexibility, having the freedom to take control, but also live the life that I need to live for my family would not exist without what I do today.
Erika, it's very clear talking to you why your business is as successful as it is. I think a few takeaways that I have from our conversation is you're thinking about the long game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about the today or tomorrow, but you're thinking about what are things you can do to build your business, to delight your clients really tomorrow and the next day and in the future, and not just today. Communication is key. The way you speak about the benefits of your business and your clients is just very inspiring, I think, for many new business owners. Why choose failure when success is an option? Very clear. That's how you approach your business. There are so many ways to advertise that don't cost money to engage with and find new clients. Many people wish they could be shopping but don't have the time, and they're very picky. Comparing clients' previous orders on gig apps to the actual store receipt is a very powerful and visual way to show clients the benefits of shopping with your business versus the gig apps. And the way you approached buying a delivery van and then how that inspired a whole new revenue stream with the daycare client is exactly that message. And use your clients, your existing clients, to find new clients. The referral program and thank you notes are just so powerful way to stay engaged and potentially turn that into new clients as you grow your business. With all that, Erika, thank you so much for your time. Inspiring to see what you built with Hill Deliveries. And I know you're going to be very successful as you grow your business.